The 2024 Minnesota legislative session is officially underway tonight. Lawmakers largely picked up where they left off last year.
That is, they disagreed on a number of issues, including legislation impacting school resource officers and several others. Chief Political Reporter Tom Hauser is live at the state capitol with the latest, Tom.
Yeah, and there's still a hearing going on at this hour on the school resource officer issue. There is a much smaller budget surplus this year compared to last year's nearly $18 billion surplus, but this is not a budget year anyway, so the focus is going to be on a bonding bill with state building projects and some controversial policy issues.
Welcome back. Thank you. Appreciate it. You sure? I'll take one. Yeah, of course.
Governor Tim Walz welcomed lawmakers back by handing out homemade apple blondie bars.
The House will come to order.
It was a rare moment of bipartisanship as Republicans soon moved to take quick action on controversial issues.
We need to return some sanity back to St. Paul as soon as possible.
Minority Leader Lisa Demuth tried to slow down a controversial end-of-life bill regarding the terminally ill and called for quick action on a school resource officer bill. Both attempts failed.
No, I hope that's not going to be the story of the session. What we brought forward today were priorities that are faced by Minnesotans, specifically the school resource officer issue, and to know that went down almost on party lines except for one vote was really frustrating.
Republicans plan to highlight for voters what it means when Democrats control all of state government. DFL House Speaker Melissa Hortman says the election can wait.
While we're here, we're focused on doing good work for the people of Minnesota, and we'll worry about the election later.
One issue that will need bipartisan support to pass is a sports betting bill.
There are Democrats and Republicans who would like to pass a sports betting bill. There are Democrats and Republicans who oppose passing a sports betting bill. I think those who are in support are having good conversations together. So I'm hopeful they'll come to an agreement that we can get passed.
If it does pass, Governor Walz says he will sign it.
It seems to me like this is probably the year to talk about that in a non-budget year. They've done a lot of work in the past. I think we know where the bottlenecks are.
And those bottlenecks involve whether or not Native American tribes or the horse tracks will be involved, or both. Those things still have to be worked out. One controversial bill we told you about last week got a lukewarm reception here today. House Speaker Melissa Hortman says she does not think a bill to make Minnesota a sanctuary state for undocumented immigrants is likely to pass this year. She says there are simply too many unknowns about that bill. Live at the state capitol, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tom.